Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to work on these XC Pro thumb shifters. These are the last XC Pro model that allowed you to go between 7 and 8 speed. So this will be a two-part video. Today I'm going to do specifically the 7/8 speed sides. So you can see here you can actually flip between 7 and 8 speed, and you can also go into friction mode 7 and 8 as well. So I'm going to undo the shifter and disassemble everything, and we're going to try and rebuild it again. First thing we want to do is remove this bolt with a handle on it. This is also the way of adjusting between the 7 and 8 speed side, although we're going to fully remove it. This will actually take the shifter off the body as well. So you'll see just on the inside here there's a circlip that we're going to need to remove. You are going to need a circlip remover to do that, and a fairly small one at that. So this is the smallest one I've got that's going to be able to go into the gap, and I'm going to open it up to remove it. Okay, managed to take that off. Okay, so now that we've removed the circlip, we can take off this cap. Okay, so now that we've removed that part, we're going to take off this metal plate. Okay, looks like I've got it off. Underneath that plate there is a copper washer. So I believe that the ball bearings are at the moment placed second from last hole. We're going to take those off. I've now grabbed the plastic cap that was on the top, and we're going to want to remove the parts on here. So this plate, that seems to be quite specific. Whoops. Looks like you can push this through. So we're going to now take off the rest. This seems to push out. There's a plate on the top here. Let's see if that. Let's remove that first. And at the back of that plate, actually, just noticed that now there's a very thin washer that was sitting. Sitting like this. I'm going to remove now the bottom part here from the lever itself. So on this part there is a washer. So on the interior of this there's quite a few more rings. Just grab them all at the same time. So there's this thin ring first. I'm going to take off. Next there are two concave rings, and then you have another ring. I'm guessing that was sitting in the back here. Right, so that's where we're at with most of these parts. Quite a few rings to put back in the right order. I think this should work quite well. I'm going to wipe off the old grease, and then we'll apply some new grease in here. Okay, so I've cleaned everything up. Hopefully we're going to be able to put everything back easily in order. I'm going to add on some Teflon grease on the parts. I did have some Motorex grease that I had ordered nearly 2 weeks ago, and it's taken an extremely long time to arrive, which I really wanted to try out. So I'll be using my Teflon grease, which has been doing the job anyway. fairly well. I'm going to be adding the grease as I go along. So we're going to put some inside this. We're going to put some inside the interior here. So the first part was the thicker ring. There was 4 rings together, 2 cone-shaped ones. This is the larger one, and it actually sits at the back. I'm now going to take the cone-shaped ones. So you want to sit these as if I don't know, they were like a donut shape. And then we're going to put them in the inside. Yeah, okay, that's sitting inside now, normally. And then there's a thin ring that's sitting on the top. So we'll leave that there for now. Gonna grease up this main pivoting part that runs through the center. So sitting on top of this pivoting part was a washer that's kind of wavy formed, wavy shaped. I'm going to sit on the top, and then we're going to grab the lever now with the rings that we've just installed, and we're going to push that through. We're now going to install this plate that holds the ball bearings. I'm going to just put a bit of grease on each side. Now behind this was another thin little washer, so I'm going to put it behind this plate so it'll stick nicely. We can now grab this lever, and you'll see on this plate it's written, well, my one 8M. I think it's here at the bottom. Yeah, it's right here. So that I'm going to put that southwards. That's how I took it off anyway when I was removing this. So we're going to stick this on the top. Now there are some the teeth there's 4 teeth, and there are some slots on the actual body of the lever, and you want to push those down into the right place. There's 2 bigger teeth, north and south, looking on this video, and 2 smaller ones on the left and the right side, and I have the 8M facing downwards. We're going to grab this plate, and underneath mine actually has some markings from this copper ring that's going to go underneath it. So just to make sure that you have it on the right side, you'll see here there's some circle rings. So you want to put this copper ring on underneath. So grease will definitely help here if for helping it stay in place. So I'm going to place them on the top. I'm going to put these on the towards here. No. Okay. So that's one, and then we're going to put the other one on the opposite side into the last hole. Okay, now we're going to take the ring that we had earlier on. So for this plate, you'll see there's 2 circles that I mentioned before, and we're going to put the ball bearings in the circles or the holes without the circles next to them. So if you place them just there on the ball bearings, you'll see they both go through and hold in place. So I'm putting the lever back down where we'd want it. I'm just making sure I've got everything in the right place. I'm going to take the plastic cap, and we're going to put this part through. So it seems to just go on the top. Finally, there's this part here. Yeah, it looks like this part's going to go, well, there's those little circle bits there, so you know which way to go. It's going to be here, and then it's fairly self-evident as there's teeth that fit into place. I might add a little bit more grease on the top of that. Now we can grab this plastic top cap. So the grease is going to help us hold that metal part in place. And if you look on the other side, you'll see that there's some teeth here again. And there's one gap that's larger. And if you look on the teeth on that pivot, you'll see that there's one part that's larger, one tooth that's larger. And so this cap's actually going to push down onto it. And you need to actually push this down far enough because we're going to have to put that inside that circlip after. So I'm trying to show you, but you can see that the teeth on the interior here are going into place. I found something that fits into the gap here and allows you to push down those plasticky teeth. That's a pretty poor idea, I don't like it. But there you go. So it's like the other side, the nut for chain rings. It seems to fit in quite well. The female part actually slots in here, and then by using the bolt that runs through it, you can actually just push down purely on the teeth, because if you push down on here, you've got that cap and you don't want that part to go down. And then I've been able to push the teeth down more, and I think I've got it to the point where I'm going to be able to put that circlip. So we're going to check now to see if I can do that with the circlip, if it fits on, as I tried it before and it was not going in properly. So we're going to find out. So I'm going to install that clip back on. Don't think there's any particular order to put this. See if I can just push it down first. Okay. Yeah, looks like it's slotted on. Put that bolt back on. Let's make it nice and tight. Where am I on friction? Okay, so it looks like everything's done. I can pass between friction and indexed fairly quickly. It should be clicking down as well when you're coming back down. You can adjust the tightness by using that knob on the handle knob on the lever. So I hope this helped you at least do something on your shifter, if not destroy it. So thank you for listening, and until next time for the second part, peace out.